have to look at the camera this time, not look at myself. I'm gonna try. Okay. Welcome, family. I'm Anissa. I have an interest in makeup, cosmetics, so if you enjoy that sort of thing, please stick around. Today, I thought I would just kind of do a quick, hopefully quick, run through of the kind of makeup I've been doing lately for work. I work remotely. It's not, in my opinion, that important that my makeup is snatched or anything, but I do find I feel I look my best, or at least look a little bit more polished and professional when I put just a little bit of something on. So, I mean, this is something like I'll throw on in 5 minutes time. You don't need to use any brushes or sponges. You could use your hands for pretty much the whole thing if you want to. I don't have a stitch of makeup on right now. All I have on is moisturizer. Since it's actually evening, I'm gonna end up washing this right off afterwards, but okay, so I'll usually just kind of tie my hair back in some way. I know a lot of girls do like the pins. I haven't tried those yet. I actually haven't found them anywhere. Like, had my eye out for like those little clips that like models wear to not put crimps in their hair, but I can't find them. So anyway, first thing I'll do is start with a foundation or a tinted moisturizer, something that's like not all that heavy or cakey. I'm not on like high definition zoom camera or anything like that. I'm just talking with clients. So I'll just put a little bit of something on. This I've been using is the Thrive Causemetics Buildable Blur CC Cream. I have it in the shade Light Medium. Happens to be one of the few good matches I have right now of any of my foundations. I'm like, not my most pale, but definitely not tan. So I'm just putting that on my hands. I'm just rubbing it on. I just need you guys to know how weird it is to talk to a camera. I know YouTubers always say that, like people on YouTube always say that, but like it is weird. I feel awkward. So that's probably why I've not done these as much as I've really wanted to, is because when it comes down to it, sitting in front of a camera is so weird and uncomfortable to me, because I am literally just talking to myself, and that feels crazy. Maybe some people get used to that, but I'm like, it's hard to know how to be when you're by yourself. Like, I'm one who kind of responds to, feeds back on the energy of like people around me, what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm pretty chill. So just being in a room by myself talking just feels uncomfortable. So I'm wiping the stuff off my fingers. But you can see how that kind of evened out my skin a little bit. Hopefully this ring light's not totally blowing everything out. I don't really know what this is going to look like. I'm shooting this in the evening time, so I don't know how well lit or if it's going to look too bright or whatever. We're just trying things. Okay, so after I put on that CC cream, remember this would go much faster in real life because I wouldn't be just talking. But I put a little bit of concealer under the eyes. You decide how much you really like. I have pretty dark under eyes genetically. One of the biggest differences I can make to my face is really just covering my under eyes. So you see. Okay, this is the only time where I usually use a brush because I just don't want to get my fingers in all this. Just using like a It Cosmetics foundation brush and just kind of spreading concealer. The concealer I used was Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium Sand. And I'm just putting it anywhere I think I need a little bit of extra coverage that CC cream didn't cover. I like that CC cream because it's like not too dewy, and it's actually got some coverage. Like you notice when you put it on, it's not totally sheer. Okay, that's usually good enough to me. Sometimes I'm like, damn, really looking tired and need a little more on my under eyes. I'll add a little more, just pile it on there. Okay. Then I will go in with my blush. I won't even put bronzer on because, again, I'm just on camera, you know, trying to look professional. I'm not trying to look glam, so I don't need, like, to be sculpted or anything. You're gonna think I'm crazy. But I bought this blush during the Sephora, like, VIB sale that happens every year. It happened in November. One of the things that I've been pining over that I actually bought is this Hourglass blush, Vanish blush in the shade Revel. And it's just straight red. It's like straight, pure, maybe slightly leaning warm. I think it's like a true red though. But it doesn't look as great on me as I really thought it was going to. And I'm going to try it again in the summer because I think maybe that's what's throwing me off. Is it's just such a contrast on my skin that it's not looking how I expected. In the summertime, when my skin gets a little bit more like pink and neutral, reds look better, but okay. So, but I'm trying to make it work. I still think it was an okay purchase. It just, you have to trust the process. Sometimes these go overboard more than I expect them to. So you just have to be cautious. And it doesn't end up looking like kabuki makeup. Like, I think that would be really pretty in the summertime when I'm a little bit more tan. Because, right, red actually kind of mimics some sun exposure. I'm just blending that in with my fingers, trying to make it not look too crazy. Some people would maybe say this is too much, but you know, it's okay. I don't think it's like distractingly too much. And again, camera. So things generally look more washed out on cameras. So anyway, I do think this is a good product, but it's very expensive. It's like in the 40s of dollars. That's why I waited until the sale to buy it. The other thing I was pining after during the sale was the Hourglass Vanish highlighting stick. So the difference, how I know the difference besides keeping them in separate drawers, is the blush is a gold packaging and the highlighter is a silver packaging. But same concept, same price. I got this in Champagne Flash. Like every time I would walk into a Sephora, I would swatch these and just fall in love and be like, someday. and the day came. This I think is just absolutely stunning. I really more do this for myself than anything. I don't think anybody, you do not need to put highlighter on to go on camera. I just do this because I like it. And it does give a little bit of dimension. I don't just wear this look on camera for work. But like, even if I'm just about to like head out and do some errands or something and I just want like something on my face, like if I'm doing something and going somewhere and I just want a little something on, it's not the most mask friendly because I'm not powdering, which I have oily skin, so it's really pretty necessary that I powder in order to keep things from transferring. But this to me is just like, this is a quick look. I just want to put something on and get out the door or get going at work. So I think you can see, hopefully, it almost just adds like a dewy look. Like just not wet, not sweaty, and not like metallic even. It just looks like it's just like your skin's just shining a little. Done, so that's what a highlighter is. Okay, and then maybe I'll put a little bit down the nose, just a little bit. And above the Cupid's bow. Hopefully I don't film this whole thing and think I'm annoying and delete it. Okay. You can tell that my lips have been like cracking off because it's winter and they're dry. Okay. Highlighter on. What you could also do, and I'll talk about in a minute, like putting eyeshadow on, which I do sometimes. But if you didn't want to put eyeshadow on, again, going back to the old trick, like take your highlighter and just like put it a little bit in your brow bone and on the inner corner of your eye, and that's like, that will add a little bit, just a little bit of pop. I don't really need to do that. Then I go for brows. I'm realizing more and more as I'm like seeing myself in photos and things, or seeing myself in a Zoom camera, that brows are important. I know I'm not like, I don't have sparse brows or anything, but they do have a tendency to droop downward, as you can probably, like, this is them like completely unkempt. They have a tendency to kind of, you know, not look very sharp right here, and it brings my face down a little bit. It like changes the shape of my face to have them like that. So I just add a little bit of like a tinted brow gel of some kind, just to give even a little bit of shape and maybe just a little bit of fill-in. I've actually been really liking the Boy Brow by Glossier, but I have the wrong color. It's like the second darkest, not the full darkest. Okay. I hope that doesn't look weird. Okay, but do you see how I'm just paying extra attention on lifting a little bit right there? I'm not really wanting to spend time filling in my brows or penciling them in or doing, I just don't think I need to do all that for just a quick face. But this is, you know, works well enough. The actual product I'm using right here is like Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel. It's not my favorite. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm box, which I have since unsubscribed. Those subscription boxes are fun for like a little bit, and then you end up with like 17 skincare products that you have to go through. Like, they'll just send you multiples of the same kind of thing from different brands, and like it ends up being too much. You can't get through it fast enough, so I've unsubscribed from all of them. Okay, so to me, like, I think this looks pretty polished. If I'm really in a hurry, I won't even put mascara on. I'll just like let it fly. Let me take my hair down. Okay. Hair's still drying too. But yeah, if I want to just glam it up a little bit more, like look a little bit maybe more feminine, I will put mascara on. And sometimes just the top lash, because also since I haven't powdered anything, if I put mascara on the lower lashes, it will always transfer. I just have oily skin, so I just do the top. I've figured out over my life that I don't really care for volumizing mascaras. This is Monseiur Big by Lancôme, and it's not bad. Like, it's totally an okay mascara, but it's definitely volumizing, and that's just not really what what I like in a mascara, what I request in a mascara. I just prefer lengthening and separating, I think, more than volumizing. But if you like volumizing, you know, that kind of like thick lash look, these will give that to you. Okay, and like that's pretty much it. Sometimes when I'm feeling fancy, I will throw on a single eyeshadow. This is a fun opportunity to use products that I otherwise don't usually use. Like I could use this eyeshadow stick from Julep. It's called Eyeshadow 101, and it's just a cream eyeshadow with, it has a smudger on the other end, but I don't use it really. But basically it's the idea of like put shadow all over your eye and smudge it out. Like that's what this is for. I have such greasy eyelids that doing these like no powder looks, like any eyeshadow I put on, unless I put on eyeshadow primer. But if I'm putting on eyeshadow primer, like now we're already taking too many steps. I'm sorry. Like this is a day that we are going to accept that our eyeshadow might crease because we don't have time for primer. Okay. We're accepting the like slightly distressed makeup look. This is not a wear to the office look for me, because this would melt down in like an hour if I wore this to an actual office. This is just good because I'm at home, I work from home. If I need to touch it up or something, I live here, so it's very easy to do. I would be annoyed if I wore all this like cream makeup to an office for 8 hours, because unless you have all your makeup with you, you really wouldn't have time to do all these touch-ups. And it's like not easy access. You'd be fussing with your makeup all day. But yeah, I'm just like, well, let's just throw a little bit of bronze eyeshadow on. Why the heck not? Cool. So it's just a little bit. And you could just skip that stuff, really. Like, it's just whatever. Whatever you got time for or feel like doing. So that's pretty much it. That's like the look. Again, throw some highlighter on your brow bone and like inner corners. I usually just keep some liquid lip balms on my desk over by my computer. So something similar to that would be like this Milk Makeup Kush lip balm. It's in the shade Canatonic. I don't know if they make these anymore, because I remember I've seen them like on clearance and stuff, but they are really good if you can get your hands on them. So just it's really just a tinted lip balm. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoy my videos. Like them, subscribe, continue to encourage me to make them so that I actually will. Now that I've figured out how this setup could work, I might be more inclined to film even at nighttime when it's dark out. Have a happy new year. Talk to you again soon.